There we go, we're back. I did a little bit of weapon management, but not too much in the time we've been gone. And it might just be time to leave Swampland and maybe we can save. Well, I've explored, but I mean, I kind of want to save the kids. I don't know if they can come with me straight away. I think I've spoken to them already, but I'm going to go check. Because we're trying to save them from execution. Let's see if she says anything. No. Alright, well, I guess we'll just have to try and leave. That's interesting. I thought they would have given us the opportunity to go and talk to the prisoners first, but I suppose we'll find out. The famous marsh. Everyone hates worms. Probably concerns they may have to do with a queen worm as well. Oh. Oh, it's Basanda. Priestess Basanda of Bullzone, we meet again. What did the Symbios army take from her? I'm trying to remember now. What did the Symbios army take from her? Was it Spiriel? I thought she died when we took Spiriel though. No, we took Braff. That's right. So the son of Lord Conrad has reached Aspia. Prince Arwen may be battling him as we speak. Once Aspia returns to the hands of the Empire, all of Aspinia will be easily annexed. Alright, this is cool. We're going straight into a battle. We've got to get to the capital. Oh good, he's got a full complement of guards again. That's handy. And we've got... Oh, the poison worms are back. Man, this looks like a nightmare to traverse. And they got two bosses, Queen Worm and the Masked Mage. Okay, so it's another Queen Worm we've got to fight. It's alright, we can handle this. It's such a big map. I'm trying to think what the best way is to tackle this. Oh, I have got Waltz in the team. Hang on, let me try and equip. Oh no, I've only got the crossbow with her. That's a bit crappy. Alright. I'll leave that for now. I would rather give her the short bow back though. Hell Snipers, that's a new enemy type. What's something cool about this game is they introduce enemies so late in the game. Hey Lucira, how you doing? And yes, that is a lot of dudes we got to fight. This is a big battle. But I'm fairly confident. We've got to get through here so we can get to the cave, which will take us underneath the volcano to the next town. The annoying thing is we got like a lot of those worms are all poisonous, and these hydras can all give you like a stat nerf as well. They can make you slow and more vulnerable. So some dangerous enemies. I gotta figure out which way I want to go as well. I think we'll head up this direction first. I'll try and keep everyone together if I can. Try and draw some of them out, maybe. The other thing as well is because it's on the swamplands, like, it's a lot harder to move around freely. Because you can't really walk over the swamps. The flying characters can, obviously, but here we go. Get our first attack in. And pretty good damage too. Happy with that. Alright, that's one down. Drain arrow, that's a good move. Oh, I haven't seen that. Is it good? I've heard it's a pretty good but very intense horror movie. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what Dead Space is based on, at least in part. Oh good, the Emperor's following us at least. He's not going to go off on his own. Yeah, I've never seen that movie, but I don't think I've even seen clips from it, but it sounds really creepy. Might be a good movie to watch while in quarantine. Gotta see it? Okay. I'll try and make a point to check it out. I haven't seen too many horror films, but I don't mind a bit of sci-fi horror. I think that's an interesting genre. There we go, let's burn this guy a little bit. Just a little bit, give him a bit of a singeing. It's on Netflix? I'll have to check though, because the stuff that's on Netflix in the US isn't always on Netflix in Australia. Oh, even then, I suppose I could use a VPN or something, couldn't I? There's so many choke points in this map. It's a tough one. You mix the Thing and Event Horizon together, it's just Dead Space. I was gonna say one of my favorite like horror movies would be The Thing. That's such a good movie, such good body horror, isn't it? I saw it with some friends, and they'd never seen it before, like maybe last year or the year before, and they were very impressed by it. And I don't think they knew what to expect, but they thought it was awesome. I love introducing friends to movies like that. Oh, that's some good damage from Arthur. Shining Force 398, how are you doing? We were just commenting on how many enemies there are in this map. There's quite a few. Oh wait, what was? The Thing or Event Horizon? Either way, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, I was just thinking that depending on how Domric's AI goes, this could be really easy or really hard. Because if he goes off in his own direction, then so far it looks like he's following me, which is good. So I hope it stays that way. The Thing, actually, I do remember hearing about that The Thing was based on like a really old novel. It's a very good adaptation in that case. Oh, the frame rate's suffering a bit there. Hang in there, Sega Saturn, you can do it. Yeah, I was just saying, this battle is really cool. And there's so many choke points because you can't obviously walk through the marshes and the swamps. So it's pretty challenging. But I love that the maps are also different. Like between the first game and this game as well. There's just so much variety. Oh, the Hydra might be a bit tough. I'm worried about his acid breath. Ah. I'm interested to hear this theory. Should we mark spoilers just in case anyone hasn't seen the movie? There's only 3 of us here at the moment, so have you seen the movie The Thing, Shining Force before we? Or can you talk about it without spoilers, Lucero? I just don't want to ruin the movie for anyone. Can I attack from here? I can. Oh, hang on a second. What bow is she using? She's only got the Robin arrow. I can give her the King arrow, in fact. I'll do it next battle. This should be enough for now. I got Zero a better sword as well, which is good. Decent damage. Just gotta make sure he doesn't get panicked. Oh, you know what? I probably could have used magic on this guy. Oh, it doesn't matter. He'll be killed by this thing. Look at that throw. What an arm on this kid. Oh, and a level up. Excellent. Experiencing. Are you talking about the theory? You're not talking about the bottle of alcohol theory, are you? Because I've heard of that one and it's quite interesting. Oh, not panic! Crap! Alright. Arthur might try turning against us now. Oh no, not Median. Oh good, it didn't work on him, it didn't work on him. I was gonna say, Median attacking his own dudes would be, like, devastating. He's so powerful. Oh no. Look at this dude! Look at this sand people motherfucker! Damn, he's strong too. Did you see that? He's got like the Mad Max goggles and everything. That's crazy. No, I haven't. I haven't heard about The Last of Us leaks. That game hasn't really been on my radar, to be honest. What's happening? I remember it got delayed, but that's like the last I've heard of it. Oh, I didn't even think of that. I didn't realize luck affects your chance to be. I didn't realize your luck affects your chance to be like poisoned or status effects. Alright, we better... What have I got? Well, I'll attack this guy if I can't heal Arthur. Or cure him, rather. Oh, are you serious? Someone leaked footage of the game on YouTube? What a dick move. I mean, that's funny, but that's like horrible, isn't it? Does it look good at least? Alright, let's burn the worm. Yeah, I was gonna say, like I mentioned, like The Last of Us isn't a game that I've been following very closely, but whew, someone leaking it on YouTube, isn't that horrible? Actually, I don't have fairy dust. Yeah, that's crazy, hey? That's like, do you remember, I think it was Halo 2 or Halo 3? Do you remember there was like that crazy, like leak where the guy like leaked the video in a barn? Or something? It was like the guy was playing it in a barn on a CRT. And the guy filmed it on like a VHS camera or something. I don't know if it was... That guy is pretty tough, because Campbell usually hits hard. But yeah, there was some weird leak like that where the guy leaked it in the most bizarre way. I say we take out this harpy. But yeah, okay, well I'm glad it sounds like it looks good. I mean, again, it's a game I probably won't play immediately. Because it's not really something that appeals to me all that strongly. I've played the first one. But it's good to know, because a lot of my friends are really excited for Last of Us. EC dub. Alright, now have you got an antidote? Oh, she does. Yeah, during the Halo 3 era, what wrestling games were out around then? I'm trying to remember now. Yeah, I was gonna say, these Hell Snipers are like bloody tough. That's why I thought I'll use some magic on him. SmackDown vs. Raw. The first SmackDown vs. Raw I played was 2007, I think. Which was actually supposedly one of the really good ones. And I did notice that the ones I played after that weren't as strong. But yeah, none of them, I think, live up to the old Aki games on N64. But they're good in their own way. Do you remember there was a rumor a while back that AEW was contacting Aki to try and make a new wrestling game. I hope that turns out to be true. I mean, I have like no investment with AEW whatsoever, but if they make a game with the Aki engine, I'd buy it like in a second. Day of Reckoning. Never played those. Are that the old SmackDown games? Like before it became SmackDown versus Raw? Yeah, that's what I heard. Is that like still a thing or is that fallen over somewhere? I hope it's still a thing, because that'd be awesome. Oh, I don't remember those ones, Day of Reckoning. Oh, someone's got to heal up Waltz. Can she do it herself, actually? Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's still going to happen. Oh, I really hope so. It would be so good. Like, even if they can update the graphics a little bit, but if you just keep that engine intact, and I think it'd sell fairly well. I mean, as good as a AEW wrestling game would sell in the first place, there's no harm in doing it on AEW on the No Mercy engine. Oh yes, heals up a few hit points as well. But yeah, they'd get a few extra sales, I think, because I would buy it, and I never would have bought an AEW game otherwise. I guess that's the benefit of having, you know, some of the management be big video game nerds. Look at this guy, he's come pissed off. He's like, oh, you did the drain arrow on me, you bastard. Take this. Have to give him a heal. Maybe I'll let Hero take care of him. Yeah, Domrick's being a bit of a silly bugger now. He's going that direction for some reason, so I'll try and stick with him. Yeah, I was going to say, there's so many people out there who just love the old wrestling games. So I mean, like, I think even if you're not a fan, people would be interested in buying it. Oh, good energy fall. That's a good super. Man, if I had a baseball team, Campbell and Arthur would definitely be on it. They got arms like howitzers. Have you ever played, have you guys ever played the, Fire Pro wrestling games? They're quite fun, actually, and their creator character mode is probably the most extensive I've ever seen. Or maybe I should heal up, old mate here. Yo, could you imagine if, oh, could you imagine, because then we'd have AEW using the Aki engine, you get WWE using the Here Comes the Pain engine, and then New Japan Pro Wrestling is already using the Fire Pro engine. Like, this would be like a new golden age of wrestling games, if that happened. It's surprisingly fun, actually. I wasn't sure about it either at first, but the gameplay of the Fire Pro is surprisingly fun. It's very simple. It's like the striking is very downplayed, but it's somewhat similar to the No Mercy and Aki style games, where the bigger the move, the larger the reversal window is. So you've got to soften them up with like the smaller moves first, and then move into the heavier moves. And it's the same sort of thing of like, you've got light, medium, and heavy style grapples, and you've got the 4 different directions you can throw them in. Same as like No Mercy, we could do up, down, left, and right. Then you got all your usual like running attacks and all that sort of gear. It's yeah, it's surprisingly fun. It's especially funny because it's got like, like Nintendo, Super Nintendo graphics and stuff as well. So it looks quite dated, but it holds up alright. I've only seen the cover of that game, but the cover is like the best cover for a wrestling game ever, with all the like, is it like Keiji Muto and everyone in suits just hanging out? It's so cool. How does that actually play? It was such a shame that remember the Dreamcast game? Was it Anarchy Rules? That was such a bad game, unfortunately, and that was like the big ECW game. Yeah, these Hell Snipers are really tough, eh? Because usually when Campbell hits someone, like they get hit proper hard, and these guys are just tanking it. Here we go, look at this. Just punch that worm. Oh crap. The curse did some damage, which is alright. She's a priestess. She can handle the curse. Alright, let's chuck a knife at this dude. Do a little bit extra damage. Oh, very little bit. Little being the operative word there, jeez. Did hardly anything. Alright, let's heal up here. His healing is so good, man. For a level 1 heal, it does so much life. S-class priest. Oh, good, she can attack. Come on, we need a special to do some good damage. Oh, I ask and you deliver. Is he asleep? Yes. Alright, that worked out nicely. Now, I'm gonna hang back for a little bit. Let's equip the spear. Oh, I should have equipped the axe, actually. That doesn't matter. But I'm gonna hang back and see where Domeric goes, because I don't want to leave him abandoned. And while I'm waiting for the enemies, I'm gonna get a drink. I'll be back. David Benoit signed with AEW, really? I did not know that. Is he going to use the name David Benoit? Also, talk about, variety. We got a Sega Saturn stream playing a JRPG, talking about classic wrestling. How good is this, guys? Yeah, I was going to say, if he does go into wrestling, I hope he changes his name, because that'll just overshadow him so much, won't it? Gonna hang back a little bit. Yeah, let's see where Domric goes. His... No way. You gotta be... Are you serious right now? He's changing his name to Chris Benoit Jr.? You know what? Oh, man. Shining Force 3, I was actually going to say to you yesterday, let me know when you get to the race in Mafia. So it's nice to see you found it. Look, it is difficult, but it's doable. You just got to, you know, take into account that these cars are very, very slidey. But once you get past the race, there's a lot of good game to come. So if you get really stuck, just download like a save from after the race or something. But I don't know, like I'm not great at racing games, but I managed to get through it with a little bit of practice. So it's worth persevering with. But that race is infamous in Mafia. And what was I going to say? Oh, and Half-Life. Yeah, Half-Life is fantastic. Are you playing the original Half-Life? I have had such a hankering to play that game again. Yeah, I remember that now. I remember, like, I can't remember how long it was after the game came out. But I remember hearing they actually went and patched a very easy mode in. But I finished it before they put the very easy mode in. And I remember, like, at the time, everyone was like, yo, what is this race? It's so hard. And it was hard. I think it took me a lot of nights of just like, I'll try it again, you know, played a little bit, either made it or didn't. You know, came back the next day, tried it again with my new learnings. But yeah, it took a few goes. And Lucero, man, that is crazy. That is so weird. Like, I wonder why he'd want to wrestle under the name Chris Benoit Jr. It's very, very strange. Oh, that's so good to hear, man. Yeah, Half-Life 2 is an excellent game, but I think I prefer the first Half-Life a little bit as well. But they're both such good games. I'm really glad you're enjoying the first one. Are you playing like the original or Black Mesa? I'm guessing you're playing the original. Yeah, nice. I haven't played Black Mesa yet. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well, Lucero. But in that case, like, his name is David Benoit, not Chris Benoit Jr. Like, I get, like, you don't want to cast, you know, something on the entire surname or the entire family name, but you'd think you can make that point by keeping your original name. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how he goes, I guess, and what if there's a backlash or what the feedback is like. I remember Jim Cornette was talking about it recently, actually, and he was kind of the same. He was saying, because it was a rumor at the time, I didn't realize it was actually happening. But he was saying the same sort of thing, like, why would you change your name to something so controversial? Like, he said he'd understand if you wanted to use the name David Benoit, but he said Chris Benoit Jr. just seems like such a strange choice. Oh, here's some overkill for you. Yeah, that's kind of my thinking as well, is I don't understand why you'd want to associate or bring back that memory for people, you know? Especially to associate yourself with that. It seems like such a strange thing to do. Well, I mean, you know, Benoit's theme was actually very cool, but still, strange choice. Yeah, and the Hell Snipers are tough. I might try and use some magic on him. See how they like ice. Okay, that did some decent damage. I just realised I inadvertently put all the centaurs together. They're all just chilling out. Look at these guys, man. They're such a cool design. Whoa. Their damage isn't cool though. Oh, come on, Domeric. What are you doing? Give me something to work with here. We've got a Queen Worm as well. She's got a lot of hit points. Okay. Starting to make a move. Let's see if we can finish this guy off. Yeah, the Hell Snipers have a really cool design. I agree. Yes, level 10 Gamble. That's good. Here we go. Finish him off, Waltz. Very nice. Kill and control. Queen worms? Who? Puppets? Who's got the puppets magic? I don't think I've got that one yet. Alright, let's see. How can Dave hold up to this? Decently. Yeah, Domeric's being surprisingly... Oh, where's he going? Being surprisingly chill, I was going to say. Alright, let's see if we can take out this Hydra. It's going to take a few hits. Ooh. What can I reach him with? I don't really want to use a Spark level 2 on him. Oh, I can't get behind David to get closer either. I'll leave it for now. Oh, hang on. Yes, I do remember. Yeah, I do remember that character now. Thank you. Yeah. That actually is really cool. So he got the whip? He's got like the whip, yeah? I don't know why I did this for the whip, but you know what I mean. Oh yes. Underboob leveled up. Here we go. Oh no! I can't get to David. So I think Waltz might be able to finish this guy off. Oh, not quite. So maybe Arthur. Oh, maybe David himself. Perfect. Yeah, I seem to remember that now. Just collecting monsters to battle the enemies with. It's so cool. That's such an awesome idea for a character. Man, I completely forgot about that guy. So thanks for reminding me. Oh, let's take out this harpy. Come on. Oh, dragon snipe. Goodbye, birdie. 78 damage. That is... Whoa. Some move. Alright, we're going to be wary of this guy now. He's moving in. Oh, now they're all starting to move in a bit. Yeah, oh yeah, I was going to say, the melee combat in Mafia is like... Don't even bother. It's... All you want to do in Mafia with the melee combat is knock people out with a baseball bat for this like stealthy sections, and that's about it. It's very rudimentary combat in Mafia 1 for melee. Actually, let me try my luck with the Soul Steel. Let's see if RNGesus is on our side. Not quite. How do you feel about the driving mechanics in Mafia? I quite like the driving in Mafia 1, actually. I love that Hero just wears like bike shorts. I know they're not really, but it just looks like she's wearing bike shorts, like Lycra. Just joined the force wearing her athleisure gear. Now what have I got? I've got Aura Magic. There's not much he can do. Oh, can he heal David? Yes, he can. Perfect. Getting back up to full health. And our party is looking pretty good at the moment. I think we're ready to take on that boss. Yeah, the realistic feel of the driving is really cool. I definitely agree, I enjoyed that. Especially considering it came out around the time of Vice City. Can I go a bit further, and then can I attack... Oh, I can get the Hell Sniper. I'll take him out. Yeah, I was going to say, it really stands out from GTA with that realistic driving. But I think the shooting... I mean, like, you can sort of argue if the driving is better or worse depending on what you enjoy. But I feel like the shooting was better in Mafia than it was in GTA. And that's kind of why I say... like, I feel like Mafia was a shooting game with driving bits, whereas Grand Theft Auto was a driving game with shooting bits. Yeah, I never liked GTA 4's driving very much. I agree with you, it was the closest it got to realism. But, yeah, I just didn't enjoy the driving in GTA 4. GTA 4 is definitely my least favourite of the ones I played, I think. Although I've never played GTA 5. I've heard good things about 5. Who needed healing? Oh, Waltz did. I'll leave her Yudo to heal warts. Here we go. I thought he'll do some magic. And okay, good. It's not too bad at all. Rock might take a little bit more. No, not too bad. Yeah, I was gonna say, well, you have to remember that I guess like GTA was made with consoles in mind, and so you had to use like the lock-on system and pretty basic shooting. Whereas Mafia, the original, was made specifically for PC, so it could take advantage of mouse and keyboard controls. Nice. Oh, and one thing, that's right, I just remembered. One thing about the original Mafia that is... Because, like, we talked about the other day when I was mentioning in the original Mafia you could move the box in front of the door and block the entrance. But that's awesome, we're going to level up. In the original Mafia, it's a feature I haven't seen come back in any other game. If you reload your gun, anything that was in the magazine when you reload gets discarded. Because like if you when you reload the gun, you take out the magazine and throw it out, you lose anything that was in there. So if you still had 3 bullets in the magazine, when you reload, you lose those 3 bullets. Whereas every other game, it adds it to your reserve. And I thought that was such a brilliant feature, and I'm surprised that no one else has done it since. Yeah. Pay attention next time you do a reload. Any ammunition you have in the magazine will get lost when you take out the magazine and put a new one in. There's a lot of things like that in the original Mafia. There's so much attention to detail. Oh good, we can take out this monk straight away. Yeah, be careful, because it's like... you get into the habit from other games where it's like you fire 2 rounds, reload. Fire 2 rounds, reload. Whereas in Mafia, you do that, you'll burn through tons of ammo. And do let me know when you get to the mission, A Trip to the Country. When you finish that mission, let me know, because there's something interesting about that one as well that I want to tell you. $43 damage, damn, that's a lot. Tell you what, this Queen Worm's got a lot of hit points, but not a lot of defense. Oh no, he's poisoned as well. I might send Campbell back to help those guys out just in case. Alright, let's equip your Gaia Axe. Do you think that's meant to be Geiger Axe? Considering its special is like a giant axe, I feel like it should be Geiger Axe. Ooh, come on, Arthur. Oh, not acid breath. No, it's not as bad as I thought it'd be. I just got to keep him out of trouble now because he's got lowered defense. Alright, let's see what you got. Oh, wow. That looks so oppressive. Just being vomited on by a giant worm. Come on, guys, help him out. Send Campbell and help him out. Is there a giant axe separate to this one? Maybe there is. What does the giant axe do? Oh, it's a crit boost, is it? Let's use a Wendigo on this dude. Because why not? We can treat ourselves to some nice graphics and do some good damage in the meantime. I think this is definitely my favourite spell in the series. It's so cool. Should be a one-shot. No, apparently not. I thought it would have done a bit more damage as well, but I guess not. Yeah, I know, right? Don't you hate that feeling? It's alright, Bernard will finish it up for him. Oh, and how? Dragon Snipe. Say good night. Have you got... Oh yes, he's got heaps of healing drops. Alright, let's heal up Rock. Oh, look how slow he is from the acid breath. Oh, he's struggling. Oh, you bastards. I came to save the Emperor and I got poisoned. Yeah, I always loved how they're, they actually do speed up or slow down when they get affected by status. And I think you could stack, like, speed ups and they become, like, super hyperactive. I feel like the poison's gonna kill this poor guy now. Yep. They both died. Pretty fool. Pretty cool, I agree. Hopefully this heals him up to full health. Should do. Oh, here we go. What can we do? Golem. That's going to do more damage. I'll try the Golem. Come to think of it, we haven't had a new rod for Synthesis for a while, actually. We've been using this magic for a while. Spark does more, does it? That's good to know. Oh, this might kill him. In fact, I think it will. Look at all these hits. So good. I remember the first time I saw that in the first scenario, I was like, oh, this movie is so awesome. Well, I think Mirage Dance is a bit cooler in terms of sword specials. The baby dragon and its mother are both in the cave. He was content just to slow us down. Yeah. What are the specials for the blades again that Julian uses? I remember Afterburner and Icebreaker. I don't remember what the third one is though. What, an earthquake? Well, we're gonna have to ride the elevator up and down. Good baby dragon, get angry. Oh, the baby dragon's doing that. What if we're gonna fight the Bloodborns again, like we did in the first time we fought in this cave? Whoa, look at all those Hydras! Shit! Oh, also Zero's dead, isn't he? Is there anything... Oh, there is ruins in here. Okay. I might actually aggress and try and get Zero back. Try and get Zero back, and I will get a better weapon for Waltz. Because I haven't upgraded her yet. I would like to save the game as well, please. Oh, I thought I had a volcano map or something as well. Or am I imagining that? I must be. Oh well. I suppose that's good. But still, I'll keep Zero in because he needs to level up a bit. Yes. Alright. And I will buy the king. Oh, I see. I think I might have done that. Oh, I can't remember if I did that the first time or not. Because I wasn't sure about... I didn't know you could actually spare the dragon. I thought you had to kill it. That was like the first few times I played the game anyway. And then I learned the error of my ways. Yes, you can have that. I think that's all, really. What's Robbie like with anchors? Does he just have the same moves as, Does he just have the same moves as, Ratchet? Oh, what's this? Counter Spear. Should I give this to Campbell? Oh, it's only 2 extra. Oh, I should have cured Campbell while I was here. Oh, does he? Oh, I should have given him the anchor as well. Right, can I actually just use... Oh, I can. Yeah! Didn't have to pay the priest or anything. Is it worth giving Robbie the anchor, or he's probably just better off with the shells? I'll leave him with the shells for now. Alright, that's everything we needed to do. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think even Ratchet is better with shells, but it's good to get. It's nice to see the different specials sometimes, like the unique ones. Alright, where is that? Oh, it's not here. It's over here. Wait, no, it's not. It's over here. Oh, this marshland. I thought Robbie could use the anchor as well, though. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Fair enough. Can she reach? No. She can't quite reach him to attack. Where can you go? You gotta stick around for a little bit. Alright, there's a lot of Hydras. Oh, come on! He's gone straight out. He's probably gonna kill him too. Oh no, he didn't. Well, that's lucky. I hope the others don't get the same idea. It's pretty cool. Like, it's cool but annoying. That the AI knows like who the weakest party members are, and they'll like sort of target them. Alright, we got the first elevator change. First elevator change so far. And yeah, those Hydras seem like they could be a real threat. I'll try and keep them separated a little bit. Look how slow he's flying because of his stat debuff. Ah, crap. I should have given him his knife. Oh well. Can I hit him with... I can hit with Zephyrus. Good, good, good. That'll do some good damage. Maybe Zero can get the kill. Actually, no. Maybe Arthur can get the kill. I think he will. Oh, especially with this. That's such a cool special. It's so awesome. I'll probably keep Zero to hang back a little bit, because he's quite vulnerable. He's not the toughest team member. It's funny, because in Scenario 1 playthrough, Eldar got so strong. She just, like, power leveled. It's especially funny because I remember, like, in the first, like, when the game was new and I was playing it the first few times, Eldar was always so weak. Oh, this should be decent damage. Oh, I thought that might have stunned him or something. Now... Can I get like a level 2 spark and get a whole bunch of them? I can get 2 of them at least. That might be worth doing. Yeah, that's good damage. Oh, here we go. She doesn't have anything that reaches quite as much. Alright, I'll leave her behind for now. Actually, there's no point in using the knife over just... Oh no, he can't attack from there. There was a point to using the knife. Crap. That's not good. It's been too long since I played either game to really say with certainty which one I think had the better shooting. But I do remember Half-Life 1 had very, very fun shooting. I think I remember enjoying Half-Life 1 more than 2 in terms of like shooting and level design. So I'd probably err on the side of that, but I'd have to play them both again because it's been years since I've played either. When did you play Half-Life 2 last? I'm guessing you played it on console because I remember you telling me you're not much of a PC gamer in general? Or did you play it on PC like ages ago when it was new? Oh really? Original Xbox. Oh, that's right. I forgot the original Xbox had a port of Half-Life 2. That's pretty cool, actually. Do you remember there was a Dreamcast port of the original Half-Life? That never actually got officially released? Yeah, that'd be interesting. I'd like to... It'd be good to see what the difference is between the one you played on Xbox and the PC version. See if you notice much difference or if you don't. Be interesting to see. Yeah, such a shame. Like, it was completely finished too, is my understanding. And it got canned like at the last minute. I'm tempted to give it a shot one day just to see what it was like. Because I remember like the reviews came out and I think it was like DC UK gave it a very glowing review and I can't remember if it was like universally positive reviews or if it was some people thought it wasn't very good. I've heard mixed things, like I heard the frame rate was quite bad. I think you can. I think the full version on Dreamcast is available somewhere. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, there's really no practical reason you'd ever play it on Dreamcast over PC, but just for the curiosity of it, it'd be interesting to play. Same as like trying Quake on Sega Saturn now, or Duke Nukem 3D on Sega Saturn, just for the curiosity to see how they ported it. Duke Nukem on Sega Saturn was such a good port though. Like, I mean, you know, it's not as good as the PC version, but having played it when it came out, like the and never having played, and I didn't have a PC. Oh, I don't know if my PC would have been able to play it, but like playing Duke Nukem 3D on Sega Saturn was so much fun. It seemed like such a good version. Yeah, Unreal Tournament was so good on Dreamcast, wasn't it? I really enjoyed it. I mean, I had it on PC, and I just picked it up on Dreamcast when it was really cheap one day, but it was surprisingly a lot of fun. It was good multiplayer as well. Yeah, playing it on controller was funny, hey? This is before the days of twin sticks. So you'd use like the A, B, X, Y buttons to move and strafe, and then the analog stick to look around. It's crazy. Really? Wow, you're young. I'm trying to think how old I would have been. I would have been... Half-Life was 1998? So I would have been... 11 years old? Yeah. I would have been 11 years old when it came out. Oh damn, I thought I had a freeze orb. But yeah, I remember getting, I think I played the demo. There was a special demo. In fact, you might be able to track it down. It's worth playing because the demo is like an original mission that's not included in the main game. It's like a completely standalone piece, like standalone demo. It's called the Half-Life Uplink demo, I think it was, where it had like a special thing where you had to like uplink a satellite. And I remember I played that and I was so impressed with it. And I played the crap out of that demo and I went and bought the full game and it was so good. Then I think after I got the full game, I got Half-Life and it came with, it was a Game of the Year edition. So I got Half-Life, Opposing Force, Counter-Strike and Team Fortress. And they all came bundled in the same like big cardboard PC box. Opposing Force is really fun as well, actually. Yeah, 98 is like outrageous how many good games came out. But yeah, I was gonna say if you haven't played it already, definitely try out Opposing Force, and Blue Shift is quite fun as well. A PS4 controller on what? On Dreamcast? Yeah, the expansions are quite good actually. Okay, can I get this sniper? Oh, come on. Slowly making our way through here. I'm guessing you've played both expansions, Lucero? We've got some Bloodborns here. Ah, these hell snipers. Oh, there's miniatures as well. I didn't notice until now for some reason. More fun with the Saturn than the DC. I can't fault that. The Saturn had some outstanding games on it. Yeah, there's so many good games on Sega Saturn. Oh yes, let's gang up on this guy. Yeah, they're both such good systems. They got good libraries. What's your favourite Saturn game? Storm Shadow? If you can choose a favourite. It's not always easy. It's tough, because as soon as I said that, I was thinking to myself, what would mine be? And it's really hard to choose. I'd probably say this one, though. Yeah, Guardian Heroes. What a game that is. That's so good. You know what? Next time my friends come over, when the coronavirus is over, I'll have some friends over. We to play Virtua Fighter and stuff like that. But I should make a point specifically to hook up Guardian Heroes and my Sega Saturn and let them try that out because I think they'd love it. Yeah, I know what you mean. That's why I'd love the collection, because at the moment there's just like no way to play Virtua Fighter 3 except for the Dreamcast port or emulating it, and neither are perfect. Yeah, the 2D effects in Guardian Heroes are so slick. It looks so good, doesn't it? I used to love using was it Roy? The little boy who was a magician? Because his magic was so impressive. We got a new Shinobi on 3DS, but that was the last time we saw it. But see, I think that's the problem with Sega, is they have so many IPs, where it's like... Yeah, they've got so many IPs that like we'll never see sequels to all of them, because there's always, I don't know, there's always something that we're not going to see. And it really is kind of a shame. Because for every, Streets of Rage sequel, there's a Shinobi. For every House of the Dead, there's Space Channel 5. Well, Space Channel 5 actually got one. And then you got like, what was the one I'm looking for? Virtua Fighter, Shining Force, Virtua Cop, Last Bronx. Like, there's so many IPs. I can't say they ignore them all. I mean, like, Sega's always been like that. They kind of always like are very forward-moving in terms of the games they make. Like, if you think about it, like, even though Sega Saturn was so popular in Japan, it never got a Streets of Rage 4. Dreamcast never got Burning Rangers 2. Like, they always seem to do a lot of new IPs rather than sequels for a lot of their franchises. I won't say all, but it doesn't seem quite the same as Nintendo, where it's like, Mario and Donkey Kong and all those sort of things seem to carry over every generation. But yeah, there you go, Golden Axe. Did we? I don't think we ever got a Sega Saturn Golden Axe, for example. Never got an Altered Beast 2 at all. Story of Thor. A new Story of Thor would be cool. But that's what I mean. We could be here all day listing Sega IPs. There's so many of them. Which is a good and a bad thing. I mean, I think it's mostly a good thing in that we have such a huge variety of games to play, but it means that it's a lot harder to get a sequel. Yeah, I was thinking Golden Axe the Duel. Because that was the fighting game, yeah? I think it was. I never actually really played that. Is that fun? I should play it on Saturn sometime. I should like, yeah, get a copy and give it a go. Because I think I played it very briefly once when I was at the store and they had like demo versions of Sega Saturn to play. And then the salesman would come up and was like, "Oh, you're too young to play this game. It's too violent," and he made me get off. And I was like, "Aww." Yeah, Revenge of Death Adder. I haven't played that, but I've heard that's fantastic. That's an arcade exclusive, am I right? I've heard very good things about Revenge of Death Adder. Yeah, mate, everything is better than Eternal Champions. Eternal Champions is such a bad game. I'm not that shocked. I think from memory, hang on, do I have to go up all this way? What a pain in the ass. I think from memory, I don't think the HD version sold all that well. I can't remember if it did. I remember someone telling me they didn't think it sold all that well, which is disappointing. But good night, Lucero. Thank you again for tuning in. It's been good fun. And I'll catch you soon, Lucero. Are you talking about Eternal Champions Storm Shadow? Because I thought the character designs were interesting. Like, I liked the concept of them, even though they were a bit ugly. But yeah, the gameplay was pretty rough for the Eternal Champions. I'm not that shocked. Sega CD, when you consider that the Sega CD was quite unpopular when it first came out, so there's not much of a like nostalgia or a fan base for it. And I think Sega CD is harder to emulate than like Mega Drive or Master System and all those sort of things. So it's probably a case of like, it's like the Sega Saturn. Like the Sega Saturn wasn't popular outside of Japan, and it's very hard to emulate, so they probably don't see much. They probably think it's too risky, which is a shame. I don't know. Who knows what goes on, man? Who knows? Sega Japan is like a mystery to everyone. Yep, I definitely agree. Eternal Champions is like the definition of good idea, bad execution. Yeah, Sonic CD would be cool to see again. I've played so little of Sonic CD. I really want to play more of that. Okay, so give me some suggestions for Sega CD or Mega CD games. Because I recently, a few months ago bought a the Mega SG, which is the sorry, it's like the Sega CD FPGA. So it's like a hardware emulation for the Sega CD. So I'd love to play some Sega CD games. Snatcher, yeah, I wouldn't mind playing Snatcher. Lunar 1 and 2. Don't know much about those, but that'd be interesting. I want to play. I had Sonic CD on PC way back in the day. But this is back on PC in like, you know, the full olden days, like 1999. Yes, we got him. So I was playing it on like keyboard, and it wasn't a very fun experience. So I wouldn't mind playing Sonic CD with a Mega Drive controller. What's Robolest? I haven't heard of that one. That sounds interesting. I'll have to make a list of this. If you guys have me on Twitter, can you like tweet this list at me or something? It'd be cool. Otherwise, I'll write it down, or I'll just try and make a mental note. You know what? Instead of talking about it, I'll do it now. I'm just going to quickly Google Robolest. Robolest. Alright, I'll have a look at that later. I love finding... Oh, is Terminator good? What kind of game is Terminator? Is that a shooting game? Like a action, like platformer shooter? Or is it like a light gun game? Or am I thinking of something else? Yeah, okay, well I don't... It's like Musha, I don't know what that is, sorry. My knowledge of like Sega CD is a bit limited. Yeah, I heard that's like the best version of Final Fight. Which is pretty cool. Although I should point out, I am going to have to call it a night in like 10 minutes. So I'll see if I can get a little bit further. Yeah, someone else was telling me Sega CD Earthworm Jim is the best version. So I'd like to play that as well, because I do enjoy Earthworm Jim. That's a good game. Was it some of the Jurassic Park games? Musha is a Genesis classic. I know I've heard of it. Yeah, I know. I'll have to check that out as well. I've definitely heard of it, but I haven't played it. But thank you for the suggestions. I'll check it out. I've got such a big backlog at the moment though, so one thing at a time. Maybe when I finish this, finish the Shining Force trilogy, I can go and play some Mega Drive games. And before I pick up Dragon Force, which I want to play on stream as well. Oh boy, we've got like quite a slog to get through. Yeah, it was a good era, wasn't it? I think it was good that we had like there was such a vibrant arcade scene as well at the time, because it just sort of fueled all those really creative, really like fast-paced, gameplay-focused sort of concepts. Oh, BC Racers, man, I remember that game. It looked a bit like, did it look a bit like Power Drift? No, not Power Drift, what's the other one? There was some other game that was Street Racers. Alright, here we go. Let's get everyone down here. Oh good, he can attack the Bloodborne as well. Which is 5th and 6th? Is that like Mega Drive and Saturn? I always get the numbered generations mixed up. Yeah, I remember it was like a kart game. For some reason I'm thinking of well, I just named it the other day. Street Racer. Have you ever played Street Racer? That was a kart game as well. On Mega Drive and Mega Drive and Sega Saturn. But I was going to say, well, in that case, 4th generation was bloody good too. But I think every generation has a lot of good games. But oh no, I got separated again. There was something else I was going to mention. Speaking of Mega Drive racing games, Road Rash. Dude, I loved Road Rash. And I'm kind of glad that like EA doesn't seem interested in making a new Road Rash, but the indie game Road Redemption came out, and that seems pretty good as well. So I definitely want to check that out at some point. Will this be able to kill him? Oh, not quite. Oh, his feet are frozen in place. That's interesting. That's a status effect I haven't seen for a while. Oh, he's trapped down here. Oh good. He didn't panic or anything. Alright, I think we're going to have to call it an evening, guys. So, thanks again for tuning in. I'm going to take this opportunity to save. But I'll be back on, if not before, then probably Thursday night. So, it's Monday night now, so what's that? Tuesday, Wednesday, 3 nights away. Very much enjoying Shining Force 3. Really looking forward to getting onto the 3rd scenario and the end game of this one. So thanks guys, take care. I'll say no. And I'll see you guys next time. So have a good week everyone.